When you go into a grocery store and you see the name of the store on a can of food, that's called white labeling or private labeling. It's where someone else makes the product and they put your label on the product at the end. And it's a step between reselling and creating your own product. Private labeling is similar to reselling, so most of the benefits and drawbacks are the same. But there's a few extra benefits that are worth pointing out. The biggest benefit is being able to do your own marketing and branding. You can create your own name, description, take your own product photography, etc. Anything you want to do, you can. That means you can focus on what you want to focus on. You could focus on price or quality or being environmentally friendly. When you private label, you can take advantage of a gap in the market. One of the benefits that comes with building a brand is you'll be able to build a fan base of loyal customers. If you just resell products, it can be really hard to build loyalty. When you think about your favorite brands, you probably aren't thinking about the warehouse that offers the cheapest product. There's probably something about that brand that appeals to you and draws your attention, even if a rival brand releases a similar product. If you private label great products, people will remember you, and you can market to them and get another sale from them down the line. Since you aren't reselling the exact same product as a competitor, your potential customers can't compare prices. I know plenty of consumers who look for a SKU and then do a search for the cheapest version of that SKU online. When you private label, you can make your own SKU or not have one at all. Brands put a lot of money and time into advertising and building a brand. For that reason, they cost a little more for you to purchase. If you buy a white labeled product and you sell that, you get to keep a bigger slice of the pie. If you know certain products are very popular in your store, I highly recommend white labeled versions of those products so you can keep a higher percentage of those sales. Again, many of the advantages and disadvantages are the same as reselling because they're very similar, but there are a few extra considerations I'm going to point out. One of the hard things about private labeling is it forces you to create your own brand. If you sell sunglasses, you have to convince consumers that your sunglasses are just as good as another brand. If you were to resell a name brand pair of sunglasses, you don't have that problem. Building a brand is hard work and it can take a long time, but it's usually worth it for some of the benefits above. If you're looking to make a killing in the next year, this might not be the right strategy for you. Since private labeling includes the manufacturer adding your logo to the product, this is more capital intensive than reselling products. You might have to order a few hundred or 1,000 units. When you resell products, there's a lot more flexibility to buy products on shorter notice, and you don't need as huge quantities. These requirements will vary industry by industry, but typically, white labeling a product requires a bit more capital and time. White labeling gives you many of the same benefits as reselling. In some ways, it's a step between reselling and manufacturing or creating your own product. You can start building a brand and a loyal following. If you have a popular product in your store, I definitely recommend looking into white labeling or private labeling your own version of that product so you can sell your version and keep a higher percentage of that sale. Let's talk about some stores that sell white labeled, aka private labeled products. I get my haircut at Floyd's Barbershop. They offer great haircuts, and at the end, they always offer to gel your hair. And I really like the way it looks. Even though I could probably find a similar product elsewhere, because I've seen how good it looks, I want the same look without doing hours of research. So I buy their private labeled product because it's easy.